So when you set up a business page on Facebook, you can set up different types of pages. So yeah, local business or place, company or organization, brand or product, cause or community, entertainment. So yeah, these are the 6 ones. If you are an individual and you're using your Facebook as your individual to push your work as an artist, that's of course is perfectly fine. If you can target a demographic that have less friends, they may be more likely to see their posts in your Facebook. If your business can lend itself to a group, it can actually be a great way, I think, of marketing to people on Facebook. You want people to share content onto their timeline. We know that likes, comments, and shares matter. We know the type of content matter. We know that time matters, so posts are more recent rather than not recent. Relationship matters, so the closer relationship you have to a person or a page, like you've engaged with them before, the more likely you are to see it again. So it's like an upward spiral, whereas if you never engage, you're never gonna see anything, content from that page. You can do a promoted post. We can advertise, put an advert right into someone's feed. You can pick a niche audience. You can choose the demographic, where they live. It's all about setting a small daily budget and then experimenting. So what we tend to do at Fluency when we're promoting something, we'll run it for a week and then we'll just check what the engagement was and we'll either keep it running or change it. It can be a really cost-effective way of reaching people. I think things that they work well for things like events. If you've got actual, stuff coming up, you can promote it to people in a 10-mile radius of Brighton or whatever it is. Looking at the analytics to see, okay, out of the posts I've done over the last 2 weeks, what time of day did people engage with those posts, and then schedule posts to go at that time. What type of content did people engage with? The better we can track stuff in Google Analytics, the more knowledge we'll have. What I like about Twitter is it's a very open network. So Facebook is closed. You and I have to be friends for us to correspond on Twitter. Of course, the Facebook like page is slightly different, but Twitter actually, you can mention anybody in a tweet and that will show up in their feed. Whether they respond to it or not remains to be seen. I can't send Stephen Fry a direct message because he's not following me, but I may be following him. Yeah, you have to be following each other for us to send a message. They call it an information network. So people use Twitter to gather, not just put stuff out there, but to gather information, to be connected to the world. So whether that's topical stuff or business stuff. So the thing I use Twitter the most for, instead of promoting stuff that we're doing, is actually to listen to what my competitors are doing, listen to what journalists are, what they're talking about, what they need, so I can then jump in on these conversations and get involved. So I think listening is a really important part of Twitter. It's got good potential for people to retweet and send your message out there for you on your behalf. People that you want to connect with, say for example, a journalist, they can be very hard to get hold of. You can't really get them on the phone. They don't really respond to their emails, but a lot of these people, you can get them on Twitter. So what you need to do is to try and strategically find the kind of people on Twitter who'd be interested in this sort of stuff. So either find competitors or people who work in the same sort of area, look at the people that are following them and follow them. Well, not maybe all of them, but follow some of them. Or look at what other lists of people put together, public lists, that is relevant to this. You can use all the work that people have done curating lists of followers to kind of piggyback on. 2 things that I think are really relevant for you guys, especially as visual practitioners. There's this new change at the top that posts are now appearing. You can add posts. So this is LinkedIn Pulse, which used to be just for the top influencers on LinkedIn. And now anybody can add posts there and they can add their own content. So I think that's a really good way of showcasing what you guys do. And the second thing is, in all of the parts of your profile, whether it's your summary, your experience, your projects, your publications, you can add multimedia. And this is, I think, a lot of people don't make the most of this. It's a really great way of showcasing what you're doing because people, look you up on LinkedIn. People pin images in slideshows as well. Just like on Twitter and Facebook, Pinterest now use hashtags as well, so you can add your hashtags there. And you can mention people. So again, you can sort of create a bit of a community. So once you've created some boards, say for example, best wedding shoes ever or wedding cakes, and you've pinned some lovely images on there, they can favorite, they can repin it onto their own boards, can share it with their friends, as I said there, they can send messages to their friends and say, I've seen the most perfect wedding shoes for you, I think you should have a look at this. You can add just like a little bookmark thing up in your browser bar. When you click on it, you can send things quite easily to your boards. It's not really about you as the profile who've got the Pinterest, it's about the thing, whatever the pictures that you're sharing, that product, that beautiful picture of something gorgeous, the direct web link will be exactly to that. So I think it's a great way of getting traffic. specific to products as well. What's interesting about Instagram compared to Pinterest is that there are no links. So the only place you'll have a link is on your profile page. So you'll have a web link then. So there's no direct correlation between something gorgeous that you're posting and directly back to something on your site, which I think makes it quite different. I think what's lovely about it is that because it's on your phone, it's really instantaneous, easy to do, it's real time, you can engage. There's all of this wealth of stuff out there, but what's right for your business? Who's your target demographic? Where are they going to be? How much time have you got to spend on this sort of stuff? And really think about niching down what you do. How can you use your scheduling, use clever ways of saving the time you spent on social media? All of this is not for everybody. The whole point of this is to really think about, maybe what your top 2 networks are, or just concentrate on a few.